Catching the sunlight as it waves to the moon. I love the dawn of a new day with you. Feels just like magic, the way we stop time. Wish we could stay forever intertwined. A love like this makes everything better. Oh, happiness is you at the center, like a merry-go-round. I'll stick around forever. If you could count the stars in the sky, circle the world 1,000 times, measure the ocean by its tides, I love you more than that, more than the mountain.
Hey friends, so it is Monday afternoon now, and we are back home, and the kitties are all out of sorts because they're okay when I'm home and he leaves, but when we both leave, it just sends them in a frenzy, I guess, because when we come home, they're just non-stop excited and everything. But Sunday, I did sew on that mystery quilt. This is clue 3. I won't be doing anything like this. He is sleeping right now out in the sunroom. So I got one half done. I have the other half done right there, because when you sew it, it'll be like a triangle, but when you turn it around, it will turn out to be a square. So I have to do 5 of those, and they are 2, 4, 6, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, she said it should be about 15.5 inches, so we'll see. And then I started, I'm trying a new bread recipe that I found. That's a 1-hour bread. And right now it's in the microwave proofing. But that's the only proof that it does, and then you bake it. So, and I have 8 minutes, but this from this gal right here. Excuse me, I'll try to remember to link it in the description. So I'll let you know how that turns out. But we're under another, there's 2 advisories out, and they both have to do with freezing drizzle. So, but anyways, I'm going to let you go, and hopefully I'll come back and talk to you. See you soon. Hey friends, happy Groundhog Day, happy Monday, and happy February. Phew, a lot. So how are you? I'm tired. There's just no getting around it. 6 hours of sleep, and other than that, welcome back. So today was a busy morning. Today was Mr. Jerry's surgery on his trigger fingers, and we got there 6:45, and they got him all ready to go by 7:30. Surgery was scheduled for 8. They took him about 8:15, 8:20. Doctor and anesthesiologist said it should only be like 20 minutes, 30 at the tops. And there's no recovery room. You just bring him back to the private room where we were, which I'm so glad that there was a private room that I could sit back and be away from others, you know, because of everything that is floating out there right now. And I had brought knitting for on a sock. I had brought water. I brought a granola bar, just different things, because I wasn't for sure how long I'd be there. And so by the time I messaged the kids and then my mom, and they were responding back and forth, about 15 minutes went by, and there was a knock on the door, and it was the doctor. He says he's all done. He did good. He should be back in a few minutes. I thought, oh God, that was quick. But we got back home, I don't know, a little after 10, close to 10:30 maybe. Went to Walgreens to pick up his pain pill med, and they said they had called it in, but Walgreens said it wasn't available yet. And of course, they said it'd take at least 45 minutes. Now, normally I sit there and wait, but you know, he's beside me and he doesn't need to sit in the car and wait. Because he wasn't fully awake, let's just say that. And so I got home, and he sat out in the sunroom and asked for a blanket, and I covered him up, got a pillow, propped his arm up, his hand up so it was above his heart like they suggested. Then he didn't want anything to eat at the hospital, so I had made some English muffin bread yesterday, and he said, you know, there's some good English muffin bread out there I'd like. So I sliced up 2 pieces and toasted it for him and put the Christmas jam on it that he liked. Then made a big pot of coffee and got his coffee for him and got mine and made my breakfast and sat down. And of course, by the time he was done eating, by the time I got the coffee and all that stuff, and I think he had maybe half a cup, and then he was out, and he slept. We had lunch about 2 o'clock, so he slept the majority of the time. He'd wake up a couple times, and I'd ask him how he's doing and stuff like that. So it was his thumb and his ring finger. His thumb was the one that was causing so much pain. It was a constant pain that never went away with anything. And it got to the point where he couldn't even grab to pick up. So, but it is still quite numb in here. And the finger, the ring finger, the other fingers are starting to come back. So, when his meds were in, of course, and he was a little lightheaded. They told me that's from the anesthetic. They didn't put him completely under. They said it's what they use when you have a colonoscopy, and so it was in between, you know, when you go to the dentist and when you go completely under. Well, he said he was lightheaded, and when the nurse came back in and I told her, she goes, well, you didn't tell me. And I said, well, he just told me. So, but she said that's a side effect. So I think that has finally wore off, especially since he got some food in his belly to help that medicine absorb and stuff. He's been drinking water, and I just gave him some Advil because it still is numb, but I do know they were asking him if he wanted a pain pill before he left, and he said no. So, and the other meds is a really strong pain pill, and but the doctor said that most people are okay with just, you know, Tylenol or Advil or Motrin. So I had to figure out how to go pick up that medication because I didn't feel comfortable leaving him alone, being lightheaded, him sleeping, and him still not all here yet. So that's the one thing about kids that live too far away. Our son would have done it, but he had obligations right after work, which is understandable. He told me what it was. Our daughter lives up in Sparta, and she's a good hour away, so I wouldn't expect her to. So I asked my brother, because there's no way my sister can, and I wasn't going to ask my mom to get out in this weather. The roads aren't the greatest. My brother still works, and so I just asked him, and they wouldn't deliver it because it is oh, what is it, something substance. Anyways, you can't deliver it. So my brother, he gets out of work about 2:30, and I'm looking out the window because he should be here any minute, but he has to pick up his daughter, and then he'd go to Walgreens because it's right by where he picks up his daughter. I gave him all the information. I called Walgreens and told them who he was, that he's controlled substance, that's what it is. And so he'll pick that up. And so in the meantime, when I get upset, I used to, when I get upset, eat, and when I was happy, I eat. I just ate all the time. Now it's like I bake. And so there was that new white bread recipe that made 2 loaves that was supposed to be done in an hour, which it about was. And I thought, he's going to get a loaf of bread. That's my way of saying thank you, you know. So I have it set and waiting for him. And Mr. Jerry's back sleeping again. So, but really, I haven't done anything but, I wish I could say that I've been out there sitting with my feet up, but I did it to myself by doing the bread. But we did find a grain mill to grind our own flour. We ordered that over the weekend. Got a $20 discount off from it. It should be here on the 6th. And then I went to where my friend who gets all her grains from, their website, and I placed an order for some grains and some food tubs and all that stuff. At that time he was awake, and I had made him some lunch, and so we discussed and everything, and he's like, man, it wasn't cheap. I mean, but it will last us. We got, I ordered a 5-pound bag of red hard wheat berries, winter wheat. I ordered 25-pound bag of hard white berries, and a 25-pound bag of soft wheat berries, and a 5-pound bag of yellow popcorn, and then 2 food safe buckets with the gamma lids and rings on them for the 25-pound wheat. My friend said that the yellow popcorn is really good to make cornmeal, and she goes, it is really delicious. And of course, not ordering the stuff before, I took pictures and said, is this what you get? And she says, yes, everything you got is good. So it should last a while. The soft is for like your cookies, your pastries, your cakes, your pancakes, stuff like that. The hard wheat is for your sandwiches. Anything that's yeast, that has that you need yeast to make it rise, is the hard wheat. Everything else is the soft. And I still mix some bread flour into some of it till we get used to the our bodies, our guts get used to the wheat, even though we used to eat wheat all the time. So I think we'll be okay, because they said that bread flour is a form of red wheat flour. So we already been doing that for a year, so it might not be too much of a transition. So So between his surgery and our share of that, they said would be about $625. And then the grain mill, that was a little over 300, not much more, but about 300. And then you might as well say 200 for all the grains and stuff. So it's been a very expensive weekend into Monday. But you know what? That's what retirement is for us. We have saved and we have worked hard for this. And we don't spend lots of money like this all the time. So, and it's going to benefit us. It's for our health. And so, yeah. But so far on my food eating, I've been really good. This morning, the nurse came in and asked me if I wanted, could she get me anything like water, pop, coffee? I says, oh, a coffee would be great. She goes, would you like a muffin? And I said, sure. So she brought in the coffee and the muffin, and the muffin was just this, not like this, but this little, you know, one of the littler ones. It was blueberry. And the coffee was in a cup like this. I was so appreciative. I drank that whole thing. So, and then it was time to go home. And the roads were not the greatest. We're getting freezing drizzle. And all day. And so I am so grateful for my brother for doing this. And I knew that my brother would. It is, you know, 2 or 3 miles out of his way, but I do appreciate it because it's like I told him, I says, if you can't, it's okay. I will figure something out. You know, but yeah. So I haven't really done any crafting. I just did baking the breads. I didn't even take a picture of it. You know, it just made up like two white breads. Oh, he's here, so just a second. Did you miss me? I'm back. Oh, it's cold out there. Yeah, my brother went and picked it up, and it was like a $2 copay, and we have a card on file there, but apparently I didn't give him the last 4 digits of Jerry's social, which he said it was no big deal. $2. He said, pff. But he appreciated the bread, and he's retiring February 20th, and so, because he works up in Walker, it's a good drive from Hastings up to where he goes, and the roads are stinky. They are stinky. That's not what he said, but they are stinky, and they're stinky here. But so I don't know where I was talking to you, so please forgive me. My mind is all over the place today, but yeah, so that's taken care of, and he's got his bread. We spent lots of money. Oh, you would have seen my mystery sew-along, the game day one, and I knew that the first few days this week, until he gets, you know, to feeling where he doesn't want, you know, where he needs to sleep all the time. So, which is all right. I have 5 of those big blocks. I'm really liking the fabric and everything. But I haven't crocheted on anything, haven't knitted on anything. Well, it's because yesterday we were just busy. It was like he was preparing for the worst, I think, because, man, he started laundry yesterday, and he was taking care of things, and I kept thinking, well, I can do that on Monday, you know, but yeah. The cats didn't know what to think when we got up, because we got up at 6 and they weren't even awake yet. And so I fed them before we left, and then when we got home, the last 2 times that I have left the house with Jerry and came back, Mr. Simba is so excited to see us. Then gets the zoomies, and he just runs and runs and runs, and he's talking, and then he comes up to you and he rubs on you, and he goes up to Jerry and rubs on him, and then next thing you know, he's zooming, and you got to pay attention because he'll trip you. And it's just like he's extra excited that we came back. You know, Nyla's happy to see us, but she doesn't get the zoomies. But today he knew something was off. She knew something was off, probably because he smelled different. And when we got home and I helped him get into some PJ bottoms and stuff, both cats jumped up on the bed next to him and immediately started sniffing the hand with the wrap and everything. And Nala seems fine and everything, but Simba kept it when he's out on the couch in the recliner in the sunroom. Simba would come out and sit right there and stare at him, and then he would kind of cry, and I'd say, he's okay. And then he'd look at me, and then he'd jump up, and he'd want to cross over his lap and lay, and he just settled down, and he's out there laying on the couch, and they're both snoozing. So, and I just checked on him, and he's still snoozing, so. But I thought, yeah, I better come on and say hello to you all. It would have been way too easy for me not to say anything because I'm tired. So, but I think I will let you go, and I hope that you had a great day. And I hope, oh, before I let you go, we all kind of knew that, was it Groundhog Phil was going to see a shadow? I mean, if you live in Michigan, you know that even if he doesn't see a shadow, and they say 6 less weeks of winter, we're going to get it. So 6 more weeks of weather. Ugh. It's like, ugh. We are all so over it. But he saw a shadow, which isn't surprising because it is dark. It is gloomy out. Not like the other day when the sun came out. So, but I think I'm going to let you go, and I am going to edit this vlog, get it up, put my feet up before it is a supper time. And supper tonight is going to be leftovers. It's going to be vegetable beef soup that we made Saturday night, and something nice and easy, because that's what I need today, and that's what he needs. So, but it won't be until later because we both got done eating about 2. But anyways, thanks for stopping by, my friends. I hope that February is good to you. I hope that it brings new hope. It's a new month. What's the saying? New month, new goals, new dreams, whatever it means. It's a short month, and it's going to be good. It's just going to be good. It already has been good, you know. And so, sorry, I keep looking out the window. Neighbors are picking up kids and going back and forth. So, I hopefully will see you on Tuesday. And we have no plans this week. We will be home, because until he can get that wrap off his hand, which will be Saturday, and then he can put band-aids over the fingers, and until the numbness wears off, there's no way that he's going to want to do anything. But there is, you know, nothing pertaining that we have to do, because we're all prepared. We're all prepared, so. See you soon, my friend.
Flown by the birds, more than the mysteries of the earth, way past the edge of the universe. I love you more than that, more than that. As you grow and change, I promise my love will stay the same. Oh, I'll be your anchor, so you can be free to find every shade of wonder, whoever you be. A love like this makes everything better. Oh, happiness is you at the center, like a man.